It's March the 23rd, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. And here is this week's important market activity. There are presently 70 active listings right now. That's up from 68 last week. So slight climb in listings. Just listed in the Upper Riviera, 1545 Amalfi Drive, a 2017 modern traditional with Nantucket influences. So this property is 7,900 square feet on a 13,000 foot lot. It's listed at a mere, and I say mere, $14 million. It actually seems like a pretty good value. It's got a lot of stacked stone throughout, giving it that little bit of that kind of modern Nantucket-y look. It's got a great yard, great outdoor spaces, pool and outdoor living. It has wonderful views of the mountains from the upper level, and the lower level, it's a 3-story, the lower level has a huge, like 6-car garage, plus all the other goodies, you know, home theater and extra rooms and light wells. And you know what? I like this value at 14. Just listed in the Huntington Palisades, a 1941 traditional. It's listed at $6.2 million, and it's 5,200 square feet on a 8,700 square foot lot. Wow, 6 beds, 6 baths, 3 fireplaces, 2 bonus rooms. It's a lot of house and a pretty good lot for 6.2. Not bad. Located at 617 Frontera. Just listed in the El Medio Bluffs for just under $5 million is 654 Erskine Drive. Now this is a 70s architectural, but it has been updated over the years. It's 4,200 square feet on a 14K lot down a private drive. It has some cool architectural elements, you know, high ceilings. It kind of uniquely laid out, and it's a canyon setting. It is set just above Temescal Canyon, so you might get a little road noise, but it's kind of a cool setting, a cool spot. Just listed in the Marquez Knolls, 16544 Akron Street. It's actually kind of Marquez adjacent, really. Akron's a connector between, you know, Upper Marquez and Bienvenida. It's listed at $4,850. Now, for context, this sold for $3.7 in 2015. It's 4,400 square feet on 7,300 square foot lot. It's one of what they call the twin houses, and it's by the Predock Fran Architectural Group, and it's got kind of a hillside with courtyard feel in it. Very dynamic spaces. Not a lot of flat yard because it sits right there on that hillside in that canyon. Just listed in Rustic Canyon is 14629 Hilltree Road. Wow, a 1954 post and beam, so pretty original. 2,600 square feet on 7,100 square foot lot. Nice lot, mid-century. Good location. It's kind of very close to the Rustic Canyon Park there, so it's good for the kiddies or if you want to play with the dog or whatever. And it's right next to Santa Monica Canyon, so you can stroll down those secret stairways to the beach and the restaurants down there. You'll have to catch an Uber back. Now you could walk back. Just listed in Sunset Mesa, 3709 Surfwood Road, listed for $2,439. You know, these are all mid-century houses. It's 1,800 square feet on a nice 7,350 foot lot. Not a bad price. Just sold in Paseo Miramar. 783 Paseo Miramar sold for a tidy $8,150,000. 5,100 square foot house on a 15K lot. So this was previously owned by one of the Beach Boys, and it was more recently redone by Bill Bernstein, who was an associate of Ricardo Allegretta. Legarreta, I love his styling. And the designer Megan Heacock White put some touches on it that are really nice. It's got great views, very creative spaces because it's got that creative pedigree about it. So it's going to be, you know, for inspired lifestyle. It's also really close to the hiking trails. It is a trek up that hill to this property. It's going to wind up and a little narrowy, but once you get there, it's worth it. Just sold in the Alphabet Streets adjacent is 1145 Chautauqua. Check these numbers out. A 600 square foot house on a 300 square foot lot. How's that work? They're packing them in there on the Alphabet Streets. Sold for a tidy $6.5 million, slightly over that. So for context, this sold for about $1 million less in 2020. It's a 2020 traditional. And, you know, it's got all the goodies, including a nice basement with all the stuff down there you expect. And just sold in the El Medio Bluffs is 525 El Medio. Now, this sold off market, and it sold slightly over for 3.5 million, like a couple of hundred over. That's what you got to do sometimes to get these properties off the market before they go full blown, if you know what I'm saying. 1,700 square foot house. But it's really the lot here, folks, 7,800 square feet, so probably a tear down. Just sold in the Marquez Knolls, adjacent again on 851 Castac Place. It's an older 1941 traditional, only 1,250 square feet. The lot was 5,900 square feet, and check this sales price out, $2,225,000. Wow. That sounds like such a deal, doesn't it, in this day and age? Just sold in the Palisades Highlands, 16604 Calle Germain, sold also over ask, $240,000 over the ask for $3,141,500. And that's a 3,200 square foot house on a 10K lot. It's a corner lot, has views. So it also, the kitchen was updated, but the bathrooms were original. I hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you're looking to find your perfect house, I look at probably more property than almost anyone in the Palisades. Or if you're thinking of selling, there's still the spring market is a perfect time to come on the market, and there isn't that much inventory. So take advantage of that. Call me. I'd love to help. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.